Hello everyone, and welcome to another random video on the internet. I was writing out the script for an upcoming video ranking every major female character in Naruto, and when I got to Fu, I began thinking too much and ended up going on a tangent about how Fu had a lot of wasted potential. When I looked at how much stuff I wrote about her, I just decided to make a video talking about her and why I think she was misused in the original Naruto franchise, or rather, I'll be talking about what could have been done with her character. So first of all, what did Fu do in the original story? Well, she was the Seven Tails Jinchuriki, and she fought Naruto and V in the war, and she was at that Jinchuriki meeting, and yeah, that's pretty much it. In the anime, she got a lot more fleshed out in the Chunin exams filler arc. They gave her a personality, a motive, a role, but you know, that's a filler arc. It basically amounts to nothing. And then, unfortunately, she was captured by Kakuzu and Hidan before she could show off anymore. Seriously, Fu is one of my favorite female Naruto characters, and I hate how she got darn dirty like that. So, I'm here to give you my opinion on what she could have been used for in the main Naruto manga and anime material. First of all, let's discuss Fu's actual character and how she acts. She's cheerful with a happy-go-lucky and somewhat carefree personality. In the anime, Fu is shown to be somewhat of a troublemaker. Fu is also easily bored, always seeking adventure and excitement. She also seems like she is almost like a female version of Naruto Uzumaki, being a loudmouth and reckless in her actions. Unlike most Jinchuriki, Fu is also shown to be very friendly and eager to make friends. Despite coming to the Chunin exams where all were expected to compete against each other, Fu still wanted to play games with the other contestants. Part of this desire stems from listening to her master's teachings and wanting to promote peace. Sound familiar? In her love of having fun, Fu is also shown to be quite fearless, jumping into a sandstorm at night to fight a mysterious danger, seeing it only as fun and exciting. There's quite a lot to go off of here. So, I'd start by making the Chunin exams filler arc actually canon in the manga and anime. Obviously, some stuff would need to be changed up a little to not contradict any canon material, and we'd have to get rid of some of the more insane concepts that this arc has, but I think the positives here far outweigh the negatives. The other members of the Konoha 11 get more time to shine. We see another interesting take on the Chunin exams. We see Ajisai, a ninja of the Rain Village, assigned by Konan to scout out any potential Jinchuriki among the exam participants on her mission, and most importantly, we see Fu's personality become canon. And I would do my darnest to make Fu into the most likable, easy to root for, and lovable character in all of Naruto. Her friendliness, selflessness, peace-seeking, and just good nature in general make her an ideal character for something like that. For more on how making a character likable can help a story, I suggest watching this video made by Filmento. It's truly a good video, so I suggest giving it a watch after this video is done. So, I would try to make the audience fall in love with Fu's character and root for her every time she is on screen. Next, I'd have her somehow avoid being captured by Kakuzu and Hidan. Either she and her team successfully escapes, or Hidan and Kakuzu just don't show up to capture her, or maybe someone arrives to save her and forces Hidan and Kakuzu to retreat or helps her get away. Anything, just don't have her killed off at this point in the story. Afterwards, we arrive at the end of the time skip and the beginning of Naruto Shippuden. Naruto returns to the village, and like normal, the Kazekage rescue arc, the Tenchi Bridge arc, and the Akatsuki suppression arc all go like normal. Then I'd have an entirely original arc where the more major changes would begin. First of all, I would delay Sasuke's betrayal of Orochimaru for a bit. It would still happen, just not right now. Instead, a new mission pops up. Akatsuki movements have been detected near the hidden waterfall village, which is thought to have a Jinchuriki of its own. Let's say Jiraiya is the one who gets this news through his spy network. Team 7 is sent out to investigate it and prevent the Akatsuki from capturing the Seven Tails. When they arrive to the waterfall village, they try to remain in hiding, but Naruto's reckless antics get the team discovered by the Jonin of the village. They're brought to the leader of the village and explain to him why they're here and say that they didn't inform the waterfall village because they were afraid that the village would reject their offer to help. The leader thinks things over and in his mind says that as long as the Leaf Shinobi don't discover who the Jinchuriki is, things should be okay. Just then, Fu appears and introduces herself as the Jinchuriki of the Seven Tails. We get some funny banter between Fu and the leader, and also some interactions between her and Naruto afterwards. And here, it would be all too clear for everyone to see how similar the two of them are. One conversation I could totally see happening is Naruto and Fu talking about Kakuzu. Fu would say something like along the lines of this: "Hey, I heard you fought Kakuzu. He was from my village." "Oh yeah, Kakuzu. He was a terrible guy." "Nah, he was great." "Wait, didn't he try to kill you?" "Yeah, but he's awesome." I can't understand you at all. Anyways, over the next few days, Team 7 guards Fu until one day the Akatsuki makes a move and attacks the waterfall village. And here we see two completely original members of the Akatsuki that weren't in the main story. They attack and Team 7 helps protect the village, and in the process earns the trust of the village leader. The rest of the arc would basically be a cat-and-mouse game between the two new Akatsuki members and Team 7 with Fu and a couple of Jonin from the waterfall village, with both teams essentially being the cat and hunting each other throughout the country. This section would be filled to the brim with interactions between Fu and Naruto. They'd quickly become friends and constantly help and save each other from the Akatsuki. And I would also include a few more details, maybe a little blush here and there, maybe a look every once in a while. Just small little moments that would make the audience think that this might turn out to be more than just a regular friendship. I'd also emphasize Fu's power here. She's shown to have at least partial control or partial friendship with Chome, so she has to be strong, and I'd put that strength of hers to the forefront for the audience to see. Make her a powerhouse, to the point where the new Akatsuki members have to outsmart and play dirty to actually beat her. Eventually, Fu, Naruto, and the rest of the gang manage to beat the members of the Akatsuki, and they end up dead by some sort of cause. Maybe they die at the hands of the team, maybe they're hunted down by assassins or bounty hunters after the battle when they're greatly weakened, or something like that. Afterwards, I'd make another filler arc canon. The arc where Naruto meets Utakata, the Six-Tails Jinchuriki. The only change here would be that Fu goes with Naruto and the gang to Utakata as well. This way we get to see three Jinchuriki interact with one another, and one of them is your stereotypical Jinchuriki this time, cold, distant, and unsocial. Eventually, Fu and Naruto get to Utakata to see the bright side of life and enjoy it a lot more. Then Naruto and Fu leave, and Utakata tries to start a new life with Hotaru, the girl who he promised to train and protect. He agrees to be Hotaru's master and tries to start a new life for himself. Finally, Naruto's team escorts Fu back to the waterfall village and they part ways. Naruto and Fu say goodbye to each other with a passionate hug. Not a kiss, not anything like that, just a hug. So to quickly recap, we have this female version of Naruto in terms of personality getting to show off, be a part of the cast, befriend our heroes, and we see three Jinchuriki bond with one another. Then things take a turn for the worse. Sasuke betrays Orochimaru and goes off on his regular mission to gather Team Taka, fights Deidara, fights Itachi, all that happens, and he fights Killer B as well, seemingly capturing him, although we all know that B wasn't actually captured. Jiraiya receives intel that the leader of the Akatsuki is residing in the Rain village and goes to check it out and never returns from his mission. Naruto then goes off to learn Sage Mode, like in canon. The leader of the Akatsuki, Pain, shows up and attacks Utakata, capturing him off-screen. Utakata was shown to be almost a perfect Jinchuriki, so this raises Pain up immediately, just like it did in the anime originally. It also makes for a tragic finale to Utakata's character. Just as he was getting ready to start a new, happier life, the Akatsuki ripped it away from him. But that's not all. Konoha and the Waterfall Village are informed of the events concerning the leader of the Akatsuki finally going out of hiding, and it's decided that the safest place for Fu would be in Konoha. Naruto is in the mountains learning Sage Mode, and maybe Fu could also go there or something. So the Waterfall Village sends Fu with a bunch of Jonin guarding her to Konoha, and Konoha sends out a few Jonin teams to meet her halfway and lead them to the Leaf Village safely. Just before the teams can meet up, Pain attacks Fu, and this time we get to see a little more of what he can do on screen. Pain comes in confident, and he decimates the entire platoon, including a fully transformed Fu, with ease. He then takes Fu and leaves, with the Konoha Jonin arriving soon afterwards. There are no witnesses left alive. The people in Konoha would still be clueless as to what Pain's abilities are, so the tension in the Konoha assault arc is still the same. Fu is captured by the Akatsuki, and soon her tailed beast is ripped out of her, killing the girl in the process. Meanwhile, the audience is left completely aghast at seeing the most lovable character in Naruto get killed off so suddenly without even a chance to say goodbye to Naruto or anyone she knows and loves for that matter. They see how OP Pain is and hate him even more. He killed Jiraiya, killed Utakata, and killed Fu, 3 fully fleshed out characters that everybody knows and loves. Pain has been built up to for a while now, and then he just goes on this murder spree like nothing else the audience has seen up to this point. This serves to make Pain even more intimidating than he already was and makes us, the readers and viewers, hate him even more than in canon. Naruto is left even more enraged than in canon also. The stakes would be sent flying through the roof, and I really think something like that would have been an amazing way to make use of Fu as a character. Having this light-hearted girl get taken away from Naruto, and by extension us, the audience, by the main villain. It would make the audience depressed and give Naruto extra motivation, and make the final scene with him and Nagato, where he chooses not to continue the cycle of hatred, be that much more impactful. Seeing as this time Nagato not only killed his teacher, not only blew up his home, but also killed one of his best friends in Utakata and killed his implied love interest in Fu as well. But we know that that is not the end for Fu. In the war, Naruto, after having obtained his QB chakra mode, goes to fight the man he thinks is Madara. He prepares to end the man responsible for Nagato's suffering, for Fu, for Utakata, and all the other Jinchuriki's deaths, for what the Akatsuki made Gaara go through, for what Pain did to the Leaf Village and Jiraiya, and for what Madara himself did to Sasuke. And then the enemy comes into view. And then he sees his long-lost friends, Fu and Utakata, now both mindless zombies controlled by the man who was responsible for their deaths in the first place, with ugly eyes projected onto them. Just imagine the pain in Naruto's eyes as he sees his friends, fellow Jinchuriki, like this. God, it would probably be one of the saddest, darkest moments in the franchise's history. When Naruto does eventually overcome his grief and ends up in that dimension with all the Jinchuriki and the tailed beasts, he and Fu get to meet each other one final time. Naruto breaks down into tears as he apologizes for failing to protect her. Fu then gently lifts him up mentally with kind words and a bright smile that shines brighter than even the brightest stars at night do. She inspires Naruto to move forward, to defeat Madara, become the Hokage, and make his dreams come true. Naruto promises to do as she says. Then he has his deal with all the other Biju, and everything in that dimension begins to fade away. Naruto and Fu hold each other in their arms. They share one final moment with each other. It's a sweet and beautiful, but fleeting moment. Fu gives Naruto one final smile before fading away for good, never to be seen again. Just imagine that. Like, come on. I know that this probably sounds really fanfiction-y, but just come on. Doing something like this would have given so much more emotional stuff in the war. Like, the war is really lacking in stakes and emotional stuff. But here, just look at what could have been. Like, I really wish that something like this was actually in canon. It doesn't change much, but it builds up pain. It builds up Madara as an even greater villain. And it gives Naruto a tragic story. I think that this could have been done. Maybe it sounds a little fanfiction-y with the romance stuff, but really, like, imagine Naruto having a first love interest and having her die. Like, this would shock the audience, definitely. It would give the Naruto franchise 3 more famous sad moments that people could reference and cry about. It would give Naruto fans more depression. No, but in all seriousness, I really like this idea. Maybe you don't, I don't know. But yeah, I think something like this could have been done, and it would have been excellent to build more on the characters of Utakata, of Fu, and on Naruto as well. Anyways, that's been it for me today. Have a nice new year, and hopefully the next year isn't as depressing as this video's ending. Goodbye.